In this video, I'm going to help you to understand how to actually start the 80-hour work week and how to survive it long term, and not only that, but to make it the way you live your life for the rest of your life. It is threefold. You want to first have a very strong, powerful why. There needs to be a why that pulls on your heartstrings, and it is based on other people. Because very often, you will do more for other people than you will do for yourself. For us, we're very selfish, right? And so if we're very selfish, then once we get to the point where our feelings begin to take over, meaning, oh, I don't want to do this, oh, I don't want to do that, or I don't want to, then we're going to talk ourselves out of, is it actually worth to do the effort and to figure this problem out for other people? You will rationalize in your brain whether it's worth it or not, and most probably you're going to say that it's not worth it because it is extremely painful. See, if you do it for someone else, that's a different story. See, you want to retire your mom. It is worth the pain in the short term to fix the problem long term of being able to retire your mom. If you want to solve a human equation, like for example, you don't want there to be poverty on the planet, you're going to have a different drive than someone who's just trying to make ends meet, and then once they make ends meet, they're satisfied. Getting rid of poverty is a different goal in and of itself that is endless. It's bigger than who you are. And as a result, you become bigger because you have to take on that issue and that problem. So as you can see, if you have a very tiny, minute, little tiny why, then it's not going to work very well to achieve huge things. You are going to have to change, you are going to have to become, and as a result, you need to have a huge why. The bigger the why, the bigger the person you have to become. If your why is to achieve your full potential, okay, we're getting somewhere. That kind of pulls on heartstrings because you were talking about your future self. How am I going to feel in the future about what I've done in the past? And that's going to pull your heartstrings. Very often, the richest people on the planet actually have that as their goal. I want to reach my full potential. And then they just keep exceeding it and exceeding it and exceeding what they thought was possible. And as a result, they're freaking huge. But what if your goal was to actually fulfill everyone else's potential? Now we're thinking massive. So this is where it starts. You writing down on a piece of paper with a pen what it is that you desire. And then you decide to actually get it. And when you have a strong enough why and a strong enough decision, you're going to have a strong enough follow through to actually get to somewhere worthwhile. Because at the end of the day, that's what life and success is. It's just being in the constant pursuit of a worthwhile goal. That's it. The second part of the threefold system to navigate and surviving the 80-hour work week is having a strict sleep schedule. You cannot go without it, and you cannot treat this lightly because the lack of sleep is going to cause so many problems that you are not able to foresee in advance. No one is able to foresee it because your brain needs to heal every single day. And when it goes unhealed, mistakes happen, injuries happen, sometimes to the point of accidents that lead to death. You want to make sure that sleep is always on point in your life if you do the 80-hour work week. I cannot stress this enough. And so when people are saying that, oh, I'm just going to do a night shift here and there once in a while, or Joseph, I have a consistent sleep schedule, but the sleep schedule is during the morning time because I'm working nights. They do not understand what I went through, and they do not understand what they're going to go through that will give them a massive detour in terms of achieving success. Understand also the aspect of your daily schedule. When you have a haphazard sleep schedule, you end up having haphazard action because the daily schedule should work as an assembly line of production. Like, just imagine that you are a factory, and the factory, we want it to be going all of the time when it's supposed to run. So we have a 11-hour schedule of your day, And then, you have lunch and you have taking care of and oiling the machine and doing this, that, and the other in order for the factory to work properly for 11 hours every single day. Sounds like a plan to me. And then during the night, it gets its much needed rest, those 8 hours. So it recalibrates, right? And then you have someone fixing it during the nighttime, whatever, so that the machine is working. And the cool part is that's how our brains work. It is being repaired during our night's sleep. And then the next day, guess what? The assembly line functions and we can produce and produce and we produce and we can produce for 80 plus years. And then we can continuously increase the production and see, can we fix this and can we do that better and can we improve this? That's the cool part about life, is that you continuously are becoming better because you're building you. If you chose to not take care of your sleep schedule, and instead you're kind of like, well, we'll fix that problem later, and we'll fix that problem later, and we don't need to oil the machine, and oh wait, oops, I was 3 hours late with the assembly line starting this morning. Let's just start now. And is everyone ready? It's like you have like all of these thousands of workers that are like prepared and ready. They show up to work and then the assembly line is not working and it's not functioning that much today. And they're like wondering, oh, what's going on? This is how every single cell in your body and in your brain works when you are messing with a haphazard sleep schedule. Do you want things to go on autopilot? Before you can make any form of passive income, you first have to make your daily schedule passive, meaning that you are just on autopilot continuously and consistently for a long period of time. When you do that, you're making yourself indispensable, and then eventually you'll figure out ways to replace you from the equation so you don't have to streamline your assembly line every single day anymore for this specific project. You'll continue to work the 80-hour work week, just not on this specific thing. And you can move yourself to better assembly lines that have a nicer output with higher pay, etc. I'm trying to give you this allegory so that you understand the importance of your sleep habit, because this is where it starts. If you don't have a functioning assembly line to allow you to do the 80-hour work week, it's going to be a 40-hour work week. Or a 50-hour work week. Or sometimes when you're financially free, it becomes a 10-hour work week because you're not taking care of your sleep and it's unnecessary and you can fix it immediately. It's a decision. I wake up at this time, at this specific minute, and I go to bed at this time, at this specific minute. I've become really good at it, and I've got a wife and 3 kids. What's your excuse? Now, the third aspect of the threefold system navigating the 80-hour work week is having a positive peer pressure. This is so crucial because not only are you going to be trying to talk you out of this, right? It's like strong why, discussion with self-talk. Who's gonna win today? All right, now self-talk is winning. They're having a battle in the ring, and self-talk has all of these fantastic reasons of why we should take a break right now and make sure that we, go home and sleep properly and sleep during the day and take a nap and watch Netflix because mom said that all work and no play makes Joseph a dull boy, or whatever it is. Okay, do you understand how this works? Self-talk is going to try and convince the why that it's better to just relax. And then the why, if it's weak, it's going to capitulate because the intense emotions in the now take over. You have strong emotions long term, that will then take over the emotions that you have in the short term. It's all about emotion, guys, and you have to figure out what your internal system responds to. Do you have long-term emotions that are stronger than short-term emotions? Long-term emotions are going to win. If you have weak long-term emotions, then the strong, immediate emotions in the now are going to win, and you're going to amount to basically nothing. Add peer pressure into this now, where you not only have your parents telling you that you're dumb for not going to school, not going to college, for you to never listen to what they say, and then in addition to your parents, you have your grandparents, and then you have got your friends, your so-called friends who are saying, bro, why are you doing this? You're not hanging out with us anymore. And then you've got your girlfriend who's like, oh, you don't love me because I don't spend time with you, and why didn't you text me in the morning or evening or whatever? Bro, All of these are dream stealers that are taking away or chipping away at your why, at your dream. Are you going to let them win? No. So the threefold is that you replace those negative people. Yes, you do replace at least your parents' and siblings' opinion for a time until they see that you win. But that's going to take a long period of time. So in the meantime, you actually have to replace everyone with positive social pressure. You need to have peer pressure in your life, but in the correct direction. People that tell you, you can do this. People who ask you, what do you actually want and how can I help you to achieve it? This is positive peer pressure. Most people don't have that in their lives. And so as a result, they end up listening to those that are trying to steal their dream. Is that going to be you? Because if it is, you're not going to make it. So let's wrap up again this entire video. It's kind of interesting how these three came about together. But you have your strong why. Make it stronger. Make it more powerful. Understand the heartstring concept of involving other people who believe in you and who need you to succeed. And then you've got your strict sleep schedule, who's part of that strong why. And then you've got the social positive peer pressure that helps you towards getting to your why and replacing the bad negative peer pressure that's going to hold you back and even pull you down, because those exist too. The sleep schedule is a very important part of it because it's the beginning and the end of your daily schedule. And if you don't have a strong enough why and you don't have a positive peer pressure, then your sleep schedule ain't gonna work. So you see how all of this influences each other? You need to figure it out. Rewatch this video one more time, because you should watch all of my videos one more time. You think that you actually are getting this ingrained in your brain by watching it once? It needs to be imprinted in your heart to understand how the system works so that it can take you to where you want to go and make that journey effective. Don't waste those early years of your life, man. Take care of business now so you can live a fantastic life for the rest of your life. I'm excited for you. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.